What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. I decided to take a commercial break from using Dynamorphia because I am working on one of the objectives where I constantly normal summon or special summon a whole lot until we reach the max goal of that many number throughout the whole entire Duelist Cup mission progress. And the deck that does it all in terms of normal or special summons will be Vernisilf Madolche for that matter. And for this specific battle is a new challenger approaching. And with this hand, I honestly do not know how I feel about this. Okay, the newer Earthbounds. So we all know what's up with the super old Earthbound Immortals along with Linewalker, Greater Linewalker. And I believe we also had, a long time ago, we had Whirlwind, Revival, the Geoglyph, Call of the Earthbound, Roar of the Earthbound, and then Ultimate Earthbound. Same goes for, or no, that's one of the newer ones. We also had Revival of the Immortals, Offering to the Immortals, Earthbound Wave, and so on. So for this particular video, we are going to go over the newer Earthbound Immortal supports. Well, Earthbound. If I miss out any on the new stuff, comment below just in case. Earthbound Prisoner, Groundkeeper. Level 1, Fiend Tuner Dark, 300 both ways. Hey, 1-for-1 target. Nice. Upon normal or special, Special 1, level 5 or lower, Earthbound monster from the deck or graveyard that isn't this card itself, and you cannot special summon for the extra deck except Fusion or Synchros. And then the first effect is once. Earthbound monsters, doesn't matter which one, you control cannot be killed by battle or card effects while there is a card in the field zone. Earthbound Prisoner, Linewalker. If this card is normal or special, add 1 Earthbound Prison or Harmonic Synchrofusion from deck or graveyard to your hand. Nice. And then if you control a level 6 or higher Earthbound monster, banish this. Target 1 effect monster your opponent controls that was special summoned from the extra deck, shuffle it back. Then your opponent can, optional, special 1 monster with the same name off from their extra deck. Nice. And then Earthbound Prisoner, Stone Sweeper. And they made this a UR out of all the newer Earthbound monsters. So let's see. Almost forgot about the stat lineup of Linewalker. Level 3, Dark Fiend Tuner, 800 attack, 1100 defense. While Stone Sweeper, level 5, Dark Fiend, 1600 both ways. Let's see why they made Stone Sweeper AUR. If there is a card in a field zone, it doesn't matter whose field spell by the way, free special from your hand, once per turn this way, and then discard this, add 1 level 3 or lower Fiend Tuner from deck to hand, and the turn you use the discard effect, you can't special from the extra deck unless it's Fusion or Synchros. And then the discard effect is hard once. And then the newer Earthbound spells and traps. Again, if we miss out any, comment below. Earthbound Prison. Okay, so field spell. Upon activation, target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. This card gains the supernatural effect. While this card is in a field zone, negate the effects of that face-up effect monster's effects while it's on the field. So basically, Fiendish Chain upon activation. But it can still attack, but you know what I mean. And then, during your main phase, normal summon one Earthbound monster in addition, so double summon of Earthbounds. If this card in your possession gets killed by an opponent's card effect and you have a Earthbound monster in your field or graveyard, cut your opponent's points in half, and if you do, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Okay, Prison is absolutely nuts. Earthbound Fusion. And yet they made it UR. So aside from the fusion summoning, any dark fusion in general, and the only time you can activate this is that you can only activate this during the main phase unless a card is in a field zone and it doesn't matter whose field spell it is. During your main phase, if a card is in a field zone, doesn't matter whose, you can banish it, special one Earthbound monster from your hand or graveyard, and the turn you use the graveyard effect, you can't special for the extra unless it's fusion or synchro monsters. Okay, so from what I'm getting at with the newer Earthbound stuff, they are all about fusion / synchro summons. And then the graveyard effect of Earthbound Fusion once. Earthbound Release. When a level 6 or higher monsters, more than one, is normal or special, should be one level 10 Earthbound monsters. Okay, that's one of the old ones, but we're still going through it. Destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, burn your opponent equal to the combined original attack of those destroyed monsters. And then Ultimate Earthbound, I believe that's one of the older supports way back when. If a normal summon set Earthbound Immortal monster, okay, that's one of the older / mid sets, but we're still going through it. Target one face-up monster, anywhere on the field, kill it. And it is hard once. And I believe we missed out this card. Harmonic Synchro Fusion. Send one tuner and one non-tuner from your face-up field to the graveyard. Special summon both of the following as listed. One Synchro, one Fusion. And the turn you do this, you can't special from the extra except Fusion / Synchros. Hard once on the activation. And speaking of the Fusion / Synchros, 3 Fusions, 2 Synchros. All Fusion and Synchro monsters are Dark Fiends. Let us go over them one by one. Earthbound Servant, Geo Gremlina, Earthbound Servant Geo Kraken, and Earthbound Servant Geo Gracia. So the Earthbound Geo Fusions, they require something super different. Gremlina requires Earthbound and a Dark. Kraken is 2 Earthbounds, and then Geo Gracia is Earthbound Fusion and 1 Earthbound Synchro to make this ultimate fusion. Geo Gremlina. If this card is special summoned, doesn't matter how it's special summoned, add 1 Earthbound monster from deck to hand, doesn't matter which one. Target 1 Dark Synchro monster you control, doesn't matter what Dark Synchro monster. It can direct attack. So basically a Hayate, nice. If a monsters, more than one, your opponent controls gets killed by an Earthbound card effect outside of the damage step, target one of those destroyed monsters, burn your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. And then it is hard once. Geo Kraken. If this card is special summoned, doesn't matter how it's special summoned, add one field spell from deck or graveyard to your hand. Interesting. So basically, generic field spell version of Garden Rose Maiden. And then if a monster's more than one is special from your opponent's extra deck outside of the damage step, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible that were special summoned this turn, and if you do, burn your opponent 800 for every monster destroyed. Each effect once. Geogracia. Must be fusion summoned, no other ways. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster, change the stat to 0. Okay, that is gross. And then if a monster's more than one in your opponent's possession gets killed by a battle or card effect, destroy all cards your opponent controls. This is literally Lunalight Leo Dancer on steroids. Or in most cases, White Veil on steroids. And then if this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field that isn't going back to the extra deck just because of an opponent's card effect, special one Earthbound from the main or extra deck. Stat lineup. Gremlina, level 6, 2000 attack, 1000 defense. Kraken, 2800 attack, 1200 defense. And then Geogracia, 3000 attack, 1800 defense. As a level 6 for Gremlina, level 8 for Kraken, level 10 for Gracia. And then the synchros. Earthbound Servant, Geo Gremlin, and then Earthbound Servant, Geo Griffin. Both are Dark Fiend synchros. Gremlina 6, 2000 attack, 1000 defense. And then Geo Griffin, 2500 attack, 1500 defense. And they both require a Dark Tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters to make it as a 6 for Gremlin, 8 for Griffin. For the Gremlin, during the main phase as a quick effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent chooses one of the following effects. Kill that monster or gain life. During the battle phase as a quick effect, put up a fusion summon of a Earthbound fusion by banishing the materials from your hand, field, and or graveyard. And then each effect of Gremlin once. And in Geo Griffin, the quick effect of Griffin is special one Earthbound monster from your graveyard in defense that isn't Griffin. And the turn you do this, you can't special from the extra except fusion and synchros. And then if this card in its owner's possession gets killed by an opponent's card, you can destroy one card anywhere on the field, does not target, and burn 300 damage for each Earthbound with a different name in your field and graveyard. Each effect once. And with that being said, in terms of newer support, we pretty much got everything covered, so let's get right into it. So opponent starts off fresh with the Earthbound Prisoner Groundkeeper. Effect for Line Walker. Harmonic Synchro Fusion searched. Earthbound Runic. Smiting Storm for Hugin. Hugin, discard another Line Walker, gain the Fountain. Synchro. Garden Rose Maiden. Black Garden, of course. Geo Gremlin. Black Salon. Set 2 back row. Set a monster. Flip up Imperm. Normal to Ash. Black Garden. Let's see. Target 1 monster in your graveyard with attack equal to the total of all plants. Destroy them. And destroy this card. Special summon the targeted monster. Wow, 800 attack. Did not expect that. Destroy. For Prisoner Line Walker. Line Walker getting Earthbound Prison. Harmonic Synchro Fusion. Okay, so based off from this board state, I believe we got a Earthbound Fusion and a level 9 Synchro? Okay. Earthbound and a Dark. Both Earthbounds and both Darks. So that's your fusion. And then Synchro 9. 3 and a 6. That's a 9. So that would be Geo Gremlina. And Ravenous Crocodile Archithes. Gremlina. I believe that was Stone Sweeper Search. And then Earthbound Prison. I am so glad I actually said a face down monster, because you never know what something might hit you from out of nowhere. Because you know what they say, expect the unexpected. Special Stone Sweeper. Battle phase is skipped because of Smiting Storm and pass. Normal Earth Statue. Flipped up Gelato. Gelato over Ash. Exi Shogun into Babushka. To defense we go, in case if there's nothing good going on. Line Walker. Banish. Return. Put it right back. Go back to defense. Babushka kill. Extra summon up Madeline. Madeline attempt. Ash checks her out. Figure I'd take 2 extra cards. And what do you know? Corolla and another Madeline. Madeline. Opponent tosses out Maxi. Getting Angel Jelly. And I am actually going to hard pass on this turn, because originally I thought I was going to take the Maxi challenge, but I never realized that Ravenous Crocodile Archithes is a card, because extra 500 for every card in your hand, and we do not want that. So as a result, we are actually declining the Maxi challenge and just pass from there on out. Not attacking the Earthbound Fusion monster, because when I first came across this, it's like I don't even know what to do, to be honest. So I decided to ignore the fusion and just pass from there on out. From Prison to Fountain. Switch to attack. Stone Sweeper over Madeline. Madeline shuffle. Salon. Set Promenade. Gremlina over Madeline. Madeline shuffle back. Crocodile for 2,000. Smite Storm for Frecky. Fountain return 2 smites. Draw the 2. Promenade on Ravenous Crocodile. Get back to Gelato. Salon, set the ticket. Activate that set ticket. Extra normal Angel Jelly tribute for hotcakes. Flashing fire, kill off the hotcakes because it was special summon. Banishing one of the gelatos and flourishing hills, that's gonna hurt. Hotcakes, fountain. Fountain, draw one. Hotcake, shuffle back. Ticket, tip. Getting freezing curses. Lost out in perm. Grab that same hotcakes. Extra normal. Hotcake, attack the synchro. One set. And we chose not to activate hotcakes, knowing that opponent has freezing curses anyway. Battle phase skip. Of course, once the opponent drew. Top decks Rabbit. Now that we got Vernisylph Rabbit on the field, it makes it so that normally Vernisylph's Rabbit itself included can't be target, but with Corolla on the field since the first turn, I believe it was? No, it was off from Tactics Talent. With Corolla on the field, it makes it so that any Earth monster whose name is not Vernisylph also counts as Vernisylph. So since this is Vernisylph Rabbit, that means hotcakes and any other Earth monster across the whole universe cannot be targeted within card effects. So that basically means no runic quick play spells that has the word target in it. Promenade, shut off the fountain. Ticket, Salon. There's the Max C. Now we're taking this challenge. Set the Chateau. And by the way, this is the biggest bonehead play of all bonehead plays, because I forgot to double check what's left of my Madolche targets. I thought for sure I had a Fairy Madolche on the field. Turns out it wasn't. I was not there. So as a result, I believe the search was Pudding Sister. Extra summon of Angel Jelly tribute for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess. Teacher Souffle. Hotcakes. Target banish Babushka. Teacher Souffle. Make hotcakes safety just in case. Teacher Souffle into chocolate a la mode. A la mode, return Promenade. A la mode, detach teacher for Madeline. 2 Madelines for Tiramisu. The Nibiru coming in hot, except hotcakes. Now, if you guys wondered how was hotcakes was able to stay safe, it is because of Teacher Souffle. Any given time, as a quick effect, detach one, target one Madolche monster anywhere on the field, unaffected by monster effects. Changing seasons, forced to add Rabbit to hand due to Pudding Sister. Vernisylph Rabbit, discard Gelato, add Madeline, special Gelato, Gelato getting Promenade. 2 Madolches for fresh Sister Tart. Chateau activates. Everybody comes back. Except the traps and spells. Changing seasons for Rabbit. And now that Vernisylph Rabbit is back, if the opponent were to target cards again, opponent is forced to target the token because it's not an Earth, and on top of that, since there's no Madolche, opponent is literally free to target any of my back row. Smite Storm, Book, Gelato, Cosmic, Flower Buds, Vera, Angel Jelly, Duck, and Hotcakes. Destruction, Promenade, Return, the Fresh Sister Tart, Negate Destruction, Flashing Fire, get rid of the token, Vernisylph Bear, Infinite Imperm, Fountain, return to 3, draw to 3, and then that is Groundkeeper. Groundkeeper for Line Walker. Line Walker, Harmonic Synchrofusion, Slumber for Gary, Earthbound Fusion, for Geokraken, whoa, Earthbound guy just timed out? Earthbound player timed out. What an anticlimactic match this was. So, anywho, guys, that's going to be it from this commercial break. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys more Duelist Cup action next time.